really get me. Bob's Discount Furniture is rolling into Woodbridge on February 15th.
Good morning, America. Breaking news, shutdown stalemate. The government now closed for a third day after Republicans and Democrats failed to reach a deal overnight. Now a crucial vote is coming at noon as hundreds of thousands of workers are forced to stay home. President Trump's press secretary Sarah Sanders here live.
Blizzard warning. A new winter storm moving through the Midwest right now, bringing whiteout conditions and more than a foot of snow. Cars sliding off the road, hundreds of flights canceled. The new warning for rush hour and where the storm is heading next.
Women rule the night.
We've proven we are potent and powerful and viable.
The Time's Up movement takes center stage at the SAG Awards. James Franco in the spotlight as he faces sexual misconduct allegations. Hollywood tries to move forward the powerful moments overnight with all female presenters and women winning big.
And the Super Showdown is set. Tom Brady taking the Patriots to the big game for the 8th time in his career. And the Eagles are also flying high. Pummeling the Vikings, now aiming for their first Super Bowl win ever. The countdown to the big game starts now.
Live in Times Square, this is GMA with Robin Roberts, George Stephanopoulos, and Michael Strahan.
And good morning, America. You said it, Robin. The Super Bowl is set right now. Patriots going for a 6th title. This is the play.
Oh, my goodness.
That did it.
Coming from behind like they did. Oh, by the way, yes, Brady did play.
Yes.
That's speculation. But did you see Coach Bill Belichick showing some... Oh, that was a great catch. Look at that emotion from him on the field. Clearly excited by the win. Meanwhile, a lot of excitement in Philadelphia as well. I don't know, the Crisco didn't help in greasing the polls at all. They were able to climb high, celebrating the team's huge victory.
TJ is going to have a lot more on that coming up. First, the government shutdown, now entering its 3rd day. Let's take a live look at the Capitol right now. Key Senate vote scheduled for noon. Thousands of federal workers home today, and sites around the country have been affected. We just saw Philadelphia. Well, in Philadelphia today, the Liberty Bell is closed to visitors.
And here in New York, the Statue of Liberty will be open today, but only because the state stepped in with $65,000 a day to keep sites like that open. Our senior congressional correspondent, Mary Bruce, is on Capitol Hill for us, tracking the latest. Good morning, Mary.
Good morning, Robin. From a shut-down U.S. Capitol, we are now in day 3 of this. And while there have been plenty of negotiations, lots of optimism, there is still no deal. And lawmakers on both sides of the aisle are concerned the longer this drags out, the harder it may be to find a resolution. After a late night of negotiations, lawmakers hit a dead end yet again.
Talks will continue, but we have yet to reach an agreement on a path forward that would be acceptable for both sides.
Bipartisan lawmakers hoped to hammer out a compromise over the weekend.
We're making progress.
But overnight, no deal.
The shutdown should stop today. Let's step back from the brink. Let's stop victimizing the American people and get back to work on their behalf.
The latest plan, a temporary fix to keep the government open for 3 more weeks and a promise to tackle immigration. We shall not be moved. Democrats are insisting any spending bill must include protections for those 800,000 undocumented immigrants brought to the U.S. as children. But Republicans say they won't negotiate until the government reopens.
An issue of this sensitivity needs to be negotiated in good faith, not in the middle of a government shutdown with a gun to our heads.
The pressure is mounting on the president, too. The Senate Democratic leader says compromise was on the table but fell through. That deal would have protected Dreamers in exchange for giving President Trump full funding for his border wall.
So I believed we might have a deal twice, only for the president to change his mind and walk away. The president must take yes for an answer.
That plan would be a tough sell with conservative Republicans who want broader immigration reforms. And House Democrats don't like the idea of giving Trump his wall.
All of the money that he wants for his wall?
$20 billion.
Oh, come on. And by the way, is that $20 billion going to be paid by Mexico?
The shutdown now in day 3. Some national memorials are already closed, and hundreds of thousands of federal workers are now in limbo, forced to stay home without pay.
We don't know what that's going to look like, whether it's going to be a few days, a few weeks, or
well, it's going to drag on.
Other more essential jobs like air traffic controllers, border guards, and members of the military will have to work without being paid for now. Now, the Senate is slated to vote on that temporary plan here today at noon, but right now that vote appears on track to fail. And there are still big questions about whether this plan can even pass over in the House. And if it does, if they can get this plan passed and they reopen the government, guys, we could be right back here in this same position when funding runs out again in just 3 weeks.
That's true. As you said, a lot of big questions. As you know, there's a new ABC News Washington Post poll out, and it shows Democrats solidifying their lead heading into the midterm elections.
Yeah, Robin, as the blame game continues up here on the Hill, our new poll shows Democrats maintaining a 12-point lead among registered voters. And among likely voters, Democrats are on solid ground, too, a 14-point lead. Now, one factor for their strong footing here heading into the midterms seems to be that Democrats have locked down their base, especially among women and minorities. Robin.
All right, Mary, so let's keep the discussion going.
Yeah, let's get more from our senior White House correspondent, Cecilia Vega. And Cecilia, we saw in Mary's piece the accounts of that meeting between the president and Senator Schumer on Friday. Since then, the president's taken a step back from the public negotiations.
Yeah, George, and there certainly is some concern here that the president could go rogue and upend these negotiations. There's been a lot of widespread reporting that many in this White House would prefer to see this president stay on the sidelines to keep the negotiations on Capitol Hill. Others I've spoken to say, look, in this day and age, this president, and this is his habit, can get a lot of work done by phone and by text message. The last time the president met directly with anybody, I'm told, was on Friday. And this weekend, he did make a number of phone calls, but he didn't actually, George, speak to any Democrats by phone. Take a look at this tweet that the RNC sent out. Clearly, the optics, or the White House and his allies, the president's allies, are concerned by the optics of all of this. They sent this picture of the president there working in the Oval Office, and the tweet says, while the Democrats are playing political games, Donald Trump continues to work on behalf of the American people at the White House. But, George, that tweet was really heavily ridiculed online for how empty the president's desk was there.
Meantime, the president's political team and the president keeping the pressure on the Democrats with a pretty startling ad. Let's take a look.
President Trump is right. Build the wall. Deport criminals. Stop illegal immigration now. Democrats who stand in our way will be complicit in every murder committed by illegal immigrants. President Trump will fix our border and keep our families safe.
I'm Donald Trump, and I approve this message.
So you can hear the president there saying he approves the message. This is his re-election campaign that put this ad out. Officials here at the White House have really tried to distance themselves from it, but Democrats, needless to say, are outraged. Even Paul Ryan said that this ad doesn't do anything to help. It's not productive. But, you know, clearly at the center of this, at the heart of this, this is a sentiment that is widely backed by this White House. The president himself said Democrats are far more concerned with illegal immigrants, George.
Okay, Cecilia, thanks very much. Let's hear from the White House right now. White House Press Secretary Sarah Sanders joins us this morning. Sarah, thanks for joining us this morning. Let's begin with that ad right there. Is it appropriate for the president to be saying Democrats could be complicit in murder?
Look, the president's #1 job as commander-in-chief and as the president is national security, and we cannot protect American citizens. We cannot protect this country if we don't secure our border. That's the point the president's trying to make. It's the same point that he's made since he first started running for office, and certainly since he was sworn in as president. It's absolutely appropriate for the commander-in-chief of this country to do everything he can to make sure he's protecting our citizens.
Might make it more difficult to get the negotiations with Democrats going, but does the president support this emerging compromise that there should be a guaranteed vote on DACA in the Senate, in the House, in return for this extension of the government funding?
Look, the president's focus right now is making sure that we get the government reopened. It's outrageous that Democrats are holding our national security hostage, that they're not allowing our brave men and women who are out there on the front lines to be compensated, their families taken care of, the Veterans Associations taken care of, and frankly, the Children's Health Care Program, all on the line while Democrats are playing political games. First and foremost, we have to reopen our government. We have to fund our government. And as soon as that is done, we're more than happy to negotiate on this, on responsible immigration reform. The president's been very clear, George, on exactly what he wants. He wants to make a deal on DACA. So the fact that Democrats are trying to pretend as if that's something that we haven't already put on the table is just disingenuous. And frankly, it's a little bit ridiculous of
Sarah,
Chuck Schumer
as you know, not everyone agrees. Not everyone on Capitol Hill agrees that the president has been very clear. You've got Senator Lindsey Graham, Republican, saying he hasn't been a reliable partner. You've got Senator Chuck Schumer, are saying it's like negotiating with Jell-O. Even Senator McConnell says he can't figure out what the president wants.
Then I think maybe sometimes they're not paying attention. Look, the president has laid out what his priorities are and what his principles are. And frankly, he invited, George, all of the media in to see and have that discussion. We've laid out that we want to make a deal on DACA. We want to secure the border through the border wall and border security. We want to end chain migration, and we want an end to the visa lottery system. I don't know what's confusing about that. I know that sometimes members like Senator Schumer need a little help and guidance getting through big policy negotiations like that, but the president's laid out what he wants, and if they need help understanding it, we'd be happy to send some people over there to explain it to them.
Do you really want to be questioning Senator Schumer's knowledge of this legislation?
Look, if he's unclear about what the president has laid out, then possibly. I think, frankly and sadly, that Senator Schumer is playing games. Look, he wants to make it like this is the president's fault and that the president hasn't been anything but clear, but he has. We've laid out multiple documents explaining and outlining exactly what we're asking for. Right now, first and foremost, we want to reopen the government. As soon as we do that, we're more than happy to start negotiations on responsible immigration reform. And the Republicans are the only ones that have laid that out and laid it out both in principle from the White House and in legislation by House Republicans.
If the president's top priority is getting the government reopened, why not call everybody down to the White House today? Democrats, Republicans together in the Oval Office. Back when President Obama was in office, that's exactly what Donald Trump was calling on him to do.
Look, and the president has been engaged. I think that different circumstances call for a different type of leadership. He's been incredibly engaged. He's been spent a lot of time on the phone discussing.
No meetings
with
this
those
weekend,
members.
Sarah.
He's had a lot of meetings internally with staff here at the White House, and they've been going back and forth with negotiations. The president has had, everybody wants to talk about the last 4 days, but George, this negotiation has been going on for several weeks, and the president has had multiple meetings over the course of that time, bringing in Republicans, Democrats, laying out what we want. The thing that I find so baffling is Democrats support everything in this piece of legislation. The fact that they won't simply vote for it to reopen our government, fund our military, protect the most vulnerable children is mind-boggling, I think, to everyone across this country.
Sarah, we're just out of time. Do you think the government's going to open today?
I sure hope so, certainly for, again, the men and women of our great military, for the children across this country that are part of the CHIP program, and all of the various federal government employees. I hope that Democrats will stop playing games and come to the table and get serious about what they were elected to come here and do.
Sarah Sanders, thanks for your time this morning. Robin?
Thanks, George.
Okay, George, going to move on now to that new winter storm that's blasting the Midwest with heavy snow, whiteout conditions, just as people start their morning commutes. ABC's Adrian Bankert is in snow-covered Mankato, Minnesota, where they're facing a blizzard warning. Good morning, Adrian.
You know what, Robin? We came out, it wasn't even snowing, but our weather team called this like clockwork. It's starting to snow and blow. It's getting ugly very quickly here in Mankato, south of Minneapolis, and it's expected to get even worse during the morning rush.
A blast of snow to start the work week. This morning, blizzard-like conditions take aim at the Midwest. In South Dakota, cars spin out and slide right off the road. This truck driver barely able to keep a grip in dangerous whiteout conditions. Outside Denver, highways littered with wreck after wreck. I-70 closed in both directions. Denver's International Airport hit with the biggest snow of the season. Workers quickly de-iced planes, but hundreds of flights still canceled.
It's just kind of a mess right now. Everyone is trying to get onto planes.
This morning, more than a foot of snow possible in Minnesota. That's how much they're digging out from in southern Utah. And in Wyoming, snowfall forces truckers to pull over, chain up, then wait it out. In Texas, reports of tornadoes touching down. This was the scene in Bowie County.
And you know what? Of course, in Minnesota, they're used to the snow, but again, it's all about the timing, and the wind gusts here are just nasty. We were talking to Minnesota State Department of Transportation crews yesterday. They're going to be out salting the roads around the clock. Robin, back to you.
All right, Adrian, thank you very much. Get a hat on. We gave TJ a hard time. We need to have a hat on out in the cold like that. I'm just saying, you know, you see it blowing around out
Well,
there.
he might need that hat in a couple weeks. That's where the Super Bowl is going to be, Minnesota. Tom Brady up against the Eagles. course, this will be the first Super Bowl win ever for the Eagles. Can be a big game, TJ.
Yeah, Tom Brady is going to the Super Bowl. Back to you. I mean, this is beyond a broken record now. It's amazing what they've done. 3 out of the past 4 Super Bowls the Patriots have been in, but to make it to this one, Tom Brady had to pull off a heck of a comeback, but it turns out that's just typical Tom.
Fourth quarter, Patriots down 10, trip to the Super Bowl on the line, and again, it was Brady being Brady.
For the touchdown.
Orchestrating a New England comeback.
Did he get the feet down? What an effort! Touchdown, Amendola.
Capped by this toes down touchdown by Danny Amendola that gave New England its first lead since the first quarter.
Tom Brady does it again.
But up 24-20 with 2 minutes to go, the Jaguars had one last chance for the win.
And it is knocked down by Gilmore.
New England's Stephon Gilmore swatted Jacksonville's hopes away.
One for the ages in Gillette.
Brady and the Patriots now head to their 10th Super Bowl in franchise history, despite all the attention to Brady's throwing hand.
Never had anything like it. Well, I've had a couple crazy injuries, but this was pretty crazy.
Brady played down those 10 stitches in his right thumb, sustained in an accident in practice earlier in the week.
I think it sounds kind of arrogant to say, oh, yeah, it bothered me, and when we had a pretty good game, so I wouldn't say that.
And there was Brady's mom, who was battling cancer during his last Super Bowl victory, cheering her son on in the skybox alongside his wife, Giselle. One downside for the Patriots.
In this pass.
Brady's favorite target, Rob Gronkowski, went down hard in the first half after an illegal helmet-to-helmet hit.
Gronkowski definitely wobbly right now.
The big question now will be if Gronk will be able to recover in time for the Super Bowl. Meanwhile, the battle of the backup quarterbacks turned out to be a blowout. The Philadelphia Eagles dominated the Minnesota Vikings.
Touchdown! Touchdown! Touchdown, Alshon Jeffrey!
Eagles supporters, including actor Bradley Cooper, cheered the team's return to the Super Bowl, their first since 2005. And some wild scenes in the city of brotherly love as these wild fans celebrated throughout the night.
The last time the Eagles were in the Super Bowl, 2005, they lost to the Patriots. And the Eagles fans, we love them. You saw them there climbing the poles, but this made a lot of news. The cops in Philly actually greased the poles with Crisco to try to keep people from climbing them after the game. That is a real thing that happened. It didn't really work.
For safety.
The Crisco cops, as they call them.
Philly fans. You know what? It was great to see Brady's mom doing as well as she is. But people are excited about the Eagles. You know who else is excited about that Eagles win? Did you see this? Julie Ertz. She's a soccer star. This is the moment she found out that her husband, Philadelphia tight end Zach Ertz, was going to the Super Bowl. She found out at the game, and she had good reason to celebrate because the U.S. women's national team also won last night, beating Denmark. Julie scored a goal. Very good night for the Ertz family. They did really well.
Let's go over to Ginger now.
Yeah, and let's talk more about those blizzard warnings that are out this morning, because if you're anywhere, say Goodland, Kansas, this is what it looked like out your window overnight, and this is what it's going to look like from Colby, Kansas, all the way through Worthington, Minnesota, where you see those blizzard warnings. It's even more about the snow than it is about the wind. So you can see 35-plus mile-per-hour gusts or even sustained winds. Strong storms, Illinois to Louisiana this morning, all moving east, and eventually we will talk about flood watches and a lot happened in the Northeast from the same system. But for now, let's get to the select cities, brought to you by Edward Jones.
Hey, Maya, what's up?
Hey, so listen, I was taking another look at your overall financial strategy. You're still thinking about opening your own shop?
Every day.
I think there are some ways to help keep you on track and closer to home.
I'm all ears.
How did Edward Jones grow to $1 trillion in assets under care?
Thanks.
By thinking about your goals as much as you do.
A chance for some scattered sprinkles this morning. Otherwise, it's mild for everyone throughout the day today. Lower 60s your highs with light winds. A stronger wind tomorrow with rain and even the potential for an isolated storm or two. Will get up to 60 degrees in a hurry by lunchtime. That rain moves out. Then another chance of rain next weekend. It's looking like rain throughout the day on Sunday. Starting Wednesday, we'll have highs in the lower to mid 40s with sunshine returning to the area.
Coming up, it was a big night in Hollywood. Kristen Bell and Nicole Kidman center stage at the SAG Awards celebrating women. The speech many are talking about, plus what the night could mean for the Oscars.
And how fast can the flu spread in your home? 4 tips to flu-proof it before your family gets sick.
Before people invite something new into their homes, they want to know who you are.